Really got into that one there. Okay, welcome to Renditi's Guitar Vibes. And before I begin, I'd like to just say to everybody, thank you for all the wonderful feedback. I'm really grateful, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And again, hit the subscribe button just to help out, okay? And to just kind of stamp out your support. Okay, so for today, I'm going to talk a lot about the benefits of adding triads and chromatics in your playing. Now, like, I just pulled that out of my hat because I wanted to show you, you know, just kind of demonstrate using those ideas in your songwriting, okay? I have a lot of songs where I use those types of chords and those chromatics. I'll demonstrate not so much that riff, but the type of chords I'm using, okay? So there's this type of chromatic, and I've demonstrated that, but then there's this type of chromatic too, okay? So I'm gonna do a close-up. Leah, can you do like a close-up just of the fretboard more so people can see my hands?
Yep, okay.
Got it?
Without further ado, we'll begin.
Okay, so as I said earlier, I'm gonna demonstrate the types of triads I use in this song, okay? So I use, again, a lot of what I'm doing is knowing your neck really well, okay? So if you know that this is a G, right? And this is a G as well. So if you want to get something that resembles that idea, okay, or the bar chord, okay? Again, you're using this as your G, okay? If this is a G, then that's a G, right? So then what you're doing is, instead of starting here, you're going to move everything down to here. So it's going to be that kind of shape, okay? So you have first finger on the 5th fret, okay? And you have your ring finger on the 7th, and then pinky on the 8th. Okay, so if you want to play that without a triad, it's okay, and that's the same thing as this. You got your G over there, and then you have your G over here. Okay, all I did to add the full chord is, or you could, you know, even do. Okay, so there's even in just that, there's a lot of ideas. So I'll go back to that G. Okay, and it kind of gives it like a, I don't know, it adds an eeriness to it, okay? A lot of these chords, I think, I'm just using my ears and some bits of theory to formulate them, but it's also a kind of octave chord, because that's an octave too. So that's an octave, that's an octave, but once you pass the D string, you have octaves like that, okay? So sound. And then if you add your ring finger, okay, it gives it more fullness. But you could even use this, right? It's kind of a jazzy vibe, you know, like a, you could do kinds of ideas like that, but just for the sake of that riff, you have those 3 notes. It makes it a nice triad, okay? And then okay, you get that eeriness, even if you wanted to start the song like that. Gives it a kind of tension, okay? Rather than racking your brain trying to come up with all this other kind of pentatonics, and again, I'm not trying to push you away from pentatonics. Like, I mean, they're still gold. I use them all the time, but it's just to kind of get you thinking outside the box a little bit, okay? So again, that's the idea I use. I use these in a lot of chords. There's a song called Hollow that is on Spotify. My band, by the way, is Not Even the Dogs. And that song, the rhythm guitar player is playing this in the chorus. crazy making up different ideas over what he's doing. At least that's what I think he's doing. I just use the same chords but with delay and with reverb, and it sounds like this. Okay, and I mean, that's just another idea that I add at the end of it, but it's an open concept of an idea to fool around with, okay? And that's really all I wanted to talk about in this lesson, is just to kind of get you thinking. I'm not saying you gotta abandon all your ideas of pentatonics and all that kind of thing. I'm just kind of getting you to think about using chromatics here and there. And what do I mean by chromatics? It's one note after the other note, okay? Instead of always sticking to that pentatonic box, I mean, you could, you know, just even this. Creates an eerie, unbound tension, okay? Where you have notes next to each other and not following the patterns of that box all the time. And it does something interesting to the ear of the listener. At least that's what I think. Anyways, remember to subscribe. Thanks again, guys, for your support. I'm really grateful. Take care.